Okay, not to waste any time here, I'm going to use the first template to actually make to do a letter for a client and get it done once. Now, as you notice, the template that I have here is not really all that great. It's got a bunch of filler, recipient, all this stuff. We'll get rid of that right now. First thing I want to do actually is I decided that this is probably, I'm going to click up here, I'm going to change this to the law office of. And then I'm going to change this stuff here. Now with this filler text, if you click in it, as we know, it disappears. So don't click in it. I think Microsoft included that to so you can easily change it. But this stuff, fax, it doesn't disappear. That's text that's gonna stay. So to change all of this at once, click anywhere in anything. This works for all text in Word. Everything has to have a style. Now in this case, I click the get the toolbox out here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag this and see what style that is in. This is set to available styles. That's mean these are the available styles in this document. Now you can see it's contact details. So the Word, this stuff is formatted as a contact detail. So to change all of it at once, I'm going to click on the little caret next to it and click Modify Style. I think it should be a little bigger, maybe bump up to 10. And we're going to change the color to dark gray. You get a little color picker next to it over here, and you can get advanced, get all sorts of different. This is the standard Mac color picker that you'll see everywhere. But that's okay. I'm going to cancel out of that. And that looks good to me. That looks good enough for now. For the letterhead, it's okay. I'm going to click Automatically Update. And I'm going to get out of that. See how it all changed by itself? That's the beauty of styles. So I'm going to close out of that. I'm going to be satisfied with this for now. Now this stuff here is a little troubling. So I'm going to, with respect to, because I'm going to do this for a particular client, and I already recommended using, part of the series is using address book. So this is a new client, Robert Jones, Robert and John LLC. Now address book has a couple of features that, of course, every time when I go over something quickly, I can't tell you everything about it because it would bore you to tears. But when you hover over this and you click on it, you'll get map of, mailing list, and copy URL of map. Now those are handy things to have. The copy URL of map you probably won't use right away, but map of, you just click that and it brings up Google Maps if you're wondering where you're going. So we go back to it, hover over again, click on it again, copy mailing label. Click on that, and then we don't need this anymore, so we'll close it out. And this is where we're going to put it. So we're going to highlight, we're going to click and drag over all of this stuff, so we replace all of it at once. And then we're going to paste what we just copied to the, whenever you copy something, you copy it to the computer's main clipboard. So that's what we did, and the next time I paste, it'll paste what I just copied. So press Command V is the paste. You could also do it, you right click and say, copy paste from here, but that's a little slower. Now it came out with this strange formatting. I don't like that, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now, and then I'm gonna put the recipient. I'm gonna put Mr. Jones. One thing I like to when I do this stuff, when I work with Word documents, I format everything at the end. That's the easiest way to do it, so you don't have to go crazy with it. Now if I click on this, you see it highlights everything. That means whenever I start typing, it's going to replace all of this. So I'm going to type in, please review the enclosed memo. Okay, now this right here is okay. I don't like sincerely, so I'm going to change that to yours truly. And the auto text, when you see it, just press enter. You see there's an extra comma. Let's get rid of that. Let's put a couple more spaces in there. And let's make sure this stuff has 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like a little bit too many. We'll leave it there. Okay, that's it. Now, to fix this formatting issue. Now, this right here means there's an extra space. I'm going to right click on that and get rid of the extra space. Now everything in here is going to be in the normal style. I want all this stuff to look the same. So what I'm going to do, the fastest way to get that done is to press Command A, which is select all. That works everywhere. Now that I have all selected, I'm going to go in here. See, this is date and recipient. That's what it's formatted as. I could leave that. I could monkey with it, but I think right now it's probably just faster to go right to normal and make everything in the normal style. And of course, the normal style, if you look at fonts, is this. It's Callisto, size 11. Okay, that looks better to me, but I still got, of course, there's no spaces anymore, so I'll have to go back. I'm going to stick one here, one here, one there, and one there. And this right here is not enough spaces. There it goes with that name again. We want 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's looking better. All right, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save this as my new template, because we made improvements, and after the last time we got the basic information in, and now it's looking more like something you want to send to the malpractice carrier. So we'll go File, Save As, Document, Word Template, change the name to New Letterhead. Okay, now again, it's going to want to save it in My Templates. I don't want to save it there. I want to save it to the desktop. Now, if you forgot to change it, and you saved it to, if we go back to Save As, and you forgot to change this, and let's say we put letterhead, New Letterhead, and we just clicked Save. Now, where is it now? To get back to it, you'll find it in the Project Gallery under My Templates. That's where it is. That's where Word puts the stuff. I don't really like that, and for the workflows I'm going to show you, you don't want to put stuff there because it's not very handy. So we'll cancel out of that. Now, before I sent this, this is part of the I would never, when I want to save something that I sent out to a client, what I'm going to do is I want to print this to the PDF printer. Just like whenever you send a piece of paper to someone, you have to print it. Just like in the paperless office, you still have to print stuff. You just print it to the PDF printer. Click Print. Now on a Mac, while Acrobat will install PDF printers when you install the program, you don't need to use them. You can use them for certain instances. They make higher quality PDFs, but for this sort of basic stuff, you don't. The one that comes with the Mac is just fine. On every dialog box, now of course, if it looks like this, just expand it. You can get the whole thing, but just click the PDF button. Save as PDF. New Letterhead. No, we don't want to call it that. We call it Letter to Mr. Jones. And we want to save it on the desktop. Okay. Now I'm going to close out of this. Yeah, we'll save it here. And here's the new letterhead that we just made, so we'll get rid of the old one. It's good practice to get rid of these things right away. And here's the letter PDF print. This is the one I would print and send to Mr. Jones and then include in his file. Doesn't look bad. And then here is my new letterhead. As you can see here, it is document 16. Now, what we're going to do with these is part of the advanced, so the workflow for opening up a new file. But for right now you have a letterhead that looks pretty good and it has your stuff, and whenever you want to send it to a new client, you just repeat the same process over again.